Hi everyone. We were sorry for that little delay. We were talking about Beverly, which is a great soda. You should all try it if you get your hands on it. It's great. Wonderful. Uh, anyway, welcome to Lady Blackbird into the wild blue yonder. We are going to go around and introduce ourselves and then just get straight into it. We have some catching up to do because we didn't get to play last week because I was dying. I'm Katie. I am your GM. I use she, her pronouns. We are going to start with our lovely D.
Oh, hey y'all. You know me. I'm at Digital on Twitter or Praxagorth as me for you as you hear me hanging out in the Twitch chat, and I'm use she her pronouns, and I get to play Kale, the mechanic, who also uses she her pronouns and is totally not robbing everyone blind.
Totally not. Kai, what about you?
Hi, everybody. I'm Kai. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Naomi, who is cast as Michelle, and she uses she, her pronouns. And she's ready to punch things.
Gotta punch, gotta punch, 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 punch. Alyssa, what about you?
I am Alyssa, or Alexander Slamilton, as you'll see in Twitch and on Twitter. I am playing Lady Blackbird. Both of us use she, her pronouns, and I am on the other side of the flu, so I apologize now.
Do not apologize. I think most everyone is a little sniffly or either going into it or getting out of it, so it is totally fine.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the most loose that I've been in the last couple of days, so I feel great. It's fine. That's how you're supposed to play, right?
Exactly. On the you can have a little bit of lucidity as a treat. That's fine. And last but certainly not least, we have Robin.
Yeah, I was about to eat a cookie, and I was like, "That's a bad idea." Hi,
I try to get people in their best positions.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm Robin. I use she/her pronouns today. I am playing Captain Cyrus Vance, who is he/him pronouns.
Awesome. Last time we were all together, you were all in the brig of the Hand of Sorrow ship, which was, of course, great. We had a great I am Spartacus moment, except it was I am Captain Cyrus Vance. And basically you were able to escape the Hand of Sorrow without really any violence. There was a little bit of a tearing of a door off its hinges, which was great. A little bit of punching. But for the most part, you all got off of the Hand of Sorrow without any sort of violent altercation. You convinced everyone that you were, not who you, or you were different people than who you actually were. You were able to overclock the engines basically, and you got back onto the Owl without really any problems. You even got some like extra gas for the road. You all did a great job. And as you were escaping without, no harm, no foul, you had some sort of projectiles thrown at your ship. And you got a message from a captain of the Artemis Echo, which was a ship that no one, at least no one had attempted to see if you'd heard of at the time. The captain, Fiona Quinn, saying that she had heard tell that you had a very expensive passenger on board and that she would like to speak to you when you landed in Haven, and that was where we left off. So now you are floating through the blue, or sailing through the blue. Not floating. I mean, you have gas. You're perfectly fine to continue on your way to Haven. What is it? What are you all getting up to? The Owl is very close quarters. There's not exactly a lot of privacy in here. Not exactly a lot of places you could go off to be on your own. But where do we find all of you at? We left you, Cyrus, at the control panel, the control deck as it is, after you've received this message, and things have gone quiet.
I'm gonna like flick the comms kind of thing to be like, "Hello, are you gonna say anything else? Is this Is that the whole message?
There's no other answer. It's gone completely dark. There's not even a sign of another ship on the little radar, as you can see.
All right. Kale,
Yeah.
can you do me a favor?
Does it involve fixing the scuff marks on the outside of my ship that somebody shot at?
It involves distracting the scary bodyguard for like 10 minutes.
All right. You're buying the next round.
No, you're buying the next round. You owe me 2.
Scary bodyguard trumps anything. You're buying the next round.
I don't think so, actually. No, let's talk about this.
You also are now at 0 on the have been arrested chart. You're buying the next round. And she just clicks it off.
Hey, but you are also arrested. It's fine. It's fine. So, are you coming with me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
I would say that, is there a specific place that Lady Blackbird and Naomi would like to be? There's the flight, don't want to really call it a deck, but it is its own specific area. And then there's more of a congenial, like, meeting area where people can eat and have sort of, conversations and stuff that's a little bit back. Is that where you would consider Lady Blackbird and Naomi at this moment?
Yeah, I think we're kind of in the back. I think I'm like, I'm poking around a little bit, like looking for snacks, and not totally sure that there's going to be anything I'm going to actually want to eat on this ship. Mostly because I don't really know what these two are up to. But I'm mostly like trying to pass the time at this point, kind of like trying not to think about the fact that like things are not going super great. But like, we got out of the last scrape, and there's still the whole like gotta find my old love bit. So I'm basically on the snack hunt to keep myself from stressing.
Naomi, what are you doing?
I'm following her around. I'm keeping an eye on her.
Naomi, there's no. Do you like these space kale chips? Like, does this sound like any food that any human would like ever? Like, does this sound like something you'd eat? Would you eat this? I wouldn't eat this. I don't.
I've
don't
been
want this.
fed that before.
Are
Take
they
that as
good?
you will.
I mean, do you see anything at all? Like, I just. You
Well,
know
there
how I am
was.
about stress eating, and I would pound down an entire sleeve of those delicious, delicious Space Scout cookies, but they don't seem to have any, and Naomi, what are we gonna do?
And I'm like knocking on the wall. I've heard the entire like last bit of this conversation. I'm like,
I'm turning around in like this pose going like, do you have anything sweet? Oh, Captain, well, you're not really my captain. You're,
yeah.
I guess in this case you are, but something.
You know, sweets are kind of a luxury. Yeah, kale.
As Kale just kind of takes the bag of kale chips and then kind of walks away, and you see as she does that they're actually Thin Mints as she's walking out the door. Because she knows that Cyrus won't touch them.
Smuggling within smuggling within smuggling.
It's a donut hole. But instead of a donut hole, it's another donut with a hole. Okay.
Oh,
Good jokes.
my knives are out. I need a snack.
And then, wait, did Kale just leave?
Oh, you're
You're
muted.
muted.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Prax.
I went to unmute it and I muted instead because I'm a professional, y'all. No, I went. She just kind of took a couple, kind of walked around so that she's standing behind
Mhm.
the two of them so that they're not really a thing, and then just gonna kind of gesture to hand the package over at Naomi and like offering. Is like, we're gonna sit here and enjoy this bullshit.
Okay.
So anyways, Kale, Naomi, she needs your help. You felt the
Yeah, the thing
stuff
that
hit the ship. Yeah.
yeah, I need assistance with the. I just need somebody very strong to help me dang out the dings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
So
Also, I'm
sorry.
taller, or well, assistance in that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that okay, lady?
Yeah. I mean,
We can reduce
Bring her back
the
in one
cost of your voyage or whatever for labor done,
Oh.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go do the thing then.
Yeah, let's do that. If you come on, I can show you. They kind of just put a grazing shot across the bow, but they scratched the paint job. It's a little bit, and there's a little ding over here. And she's like bullshitting as she walks up to the door.
You know, I mainly break things, right?
It's basically you hit it hard enough and it goes back to where it's supposed to be.
Okay, we'll see.
this is not the first time this has happened then.
No.
Like, haven't you ever just like had a ding in like a pot or something and just hit it out and it's good,
It's like that, but bigger.
but bigger?
No, I'm afraid that's not something I've experienced directly.
Yeah, anyways, it's very important, so I'm sure you two have to be going right now.
And she's just I'm going. Come on, Naomi. Let's leave them alone so that they don't do anything entirely untoward and inappropriate.
I'm gonna flash Naomi basically a hand signal that has been like sort of an in thing for us, that it's just like basically the Lady Blackbird cue for what the fuck. So it's just like,
Okay.
it's also like a don't leave me alone for too long. Like,
Don't leave you alone for too long. Okay.
yeah, don't leave me alone and what the fuck in one move.
What's going on here?
I just want to have are you asking this in character or out of character?
In character.
What do you mean?
Well, you're all acting very weird.
We are very weird people. It comes.
I
from
was
the
gonna
enemy.
say this is par for the course vis-a-vis our behavior.
It's the confined space thing.
Yeah. They call it a blue madness when you're in a ship for too long.
I think I want to make you roll something here. like to try and convince Naomi that this is no, because clearly you're trying to get Naomi away so you can have a private conversation with Lady Blackbird. So I think I want to have you roll some sort of like you're trying to deceive Naomi clearly. So I do want to I want to have you try to are you wanting to try to suss Cyrus out, Naomi?
I am responding to hand signals of what the fuck and don't leave me alone. And so
Yeah, I'm kind of relying on Naomi to sort of like.
The reason I ask is because if you're deliberately wanting to suss Cyrus out, I would make it sort of an opposed roll, your skills against Cyrus's skills. And whoever rolls higher would sort of, win per se. If not, then it's just going to be Cyrus. I'm just going to set a difficulty for it.
I think just set a difficulty.
Okay, then Cyrus, I think this is going to be it's not going to be a too hard a difficulty, probably just a 3, because Naomi is protective about Lady Blackbird. If you think that's fair, Kai, a 3 would be fair. But yeah, you're definitely going to have to roll to make Naomi feel at ease for this moment.
So I'm going to use Smuggler.
We get one just cuz.
One just, and then Smuggler. I'm going to use Deception.
Okay, 3.
Forgery, because I'm lying. I feel like pilot works here simply because. Oh, sorry, my cat is eating plastic again.
That is very important.
Don't
It
do
is.
that.
It is the night of unruly cats.
Well, she's not unruly. She's just very aware of her environment. So the minute I put this box of Oreos on the ground, she was like, I can chew on that wrapper. So that's 5.
Why pilot?
Well, because the excuse that we're making has to do with piloting and ships.
Okay, I'll let that one slide. I'm
And,
pretty.
I'll give her one because I'm helping on
Okay.
this, selling
6.
the lie that Cyrus is going.
Yeah, I'll roll a 6.
Okay, 6, and your difficulty's a 3.
Ah. Hell yeah.
3 successes. Yeah, so Naomi, I mean, I'm not going to take away your agency that you are suspicious, but you do believe that Kale does genuinely need your help. You believe that part of the story, at least. And you do believe that whatever Cyrus is saying to you, that he doesn't have any ill will toward Lady Blackbird.
Okay. So, I turn to Natasha, and it's safe here. It's safe.
That's what I've been saying. It's just the blue madness. You
Well,
guys
That
should
is not
be
that is
safer.
not an inspiring set of words, but
Yeah, no, it's not. Captain Vance, you'll forgive me. I'm just the slightest, easiest bit hangry.
Well, I can help you scrounge around and see if we have, I don't know, do you like cookies, biscuits?
Yes.
I was gonna say donuts, but they'd definitely be stale by now.
so I'm poking Kale at this point. I'm like, she's distracted, so if we're gonna go now.
It's like, yep, let's go. Out the door. And down to the portion of the end where they hit my ship.
And I'm gonna kind of we're gonna head down to the galley.
Yeah.
Where the cupboards and stuff are.
For sure. We're going to follow after Naomi and Kale. Where are you leading Naomi to, Kale?
Well, I figure I actually do need Kale's help because Naomi's help. I'm Kale. I need Naomi's help.
It's been a long weekend.
It has been a long weekend, y'all. I think it would be wherever it's closest, the catwalk that's closest to the side of the hall that did get hit with that harpoon that didn't puncture,
Mm-hmm.
and just slowly grab one of the rubber malleted sledgehammers and be like, yep, we're gonna need that. And then just find the catwalk that's closest to that to start hammering it out.
Yeah, for sure. You can lead Naomi up there. Was there anything else that you wanted to accomplish up here? Because this would be, I assume this could be your refreshment scenes
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Is there something you wanted to do, Naomi? At the moment, I think Kale is just gonna try and see what they can find out.
So we're on the outside of the ship right now, right?
No, inside.
Because as you walk through this, you can see this is probably the closest you've ever been to the inside, to the interior up close, Naomi, and you can see the different parts where over the years, more metals have been fused together to sort of help fix the ship, make it a little stronger here and there. And there's this huge ding where it hit the outside of the ship and sort of bent the metal and turned it in a little bit. And that's why Kale grabbed a hammer to presumably use some of your strength to try and hit this ding and fold it back outwards as much as they could till y'all get to Haven and maybe can, find something to fix it more permanently from the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, just somebody hit your car.
Sure. So I'm looking around, and I'm just noticing all of the the different pieces of metal that were used to repair things are different colors, so you can definitely tell where patches have been made and stuff like that. And I say, it's got its own battle scars, huh?
Yeah, the owl's special. We did good work, Arthur.
Tell me about it. And I grab the mallet and I'm moving over to it. I'm going to do the thing, but
Yeah.
I'm just asking you to tell me about some of the history of the owl.
Let's see. With Mayor, and she kind of like glances at Naomi for a minute and is like, then shrugs. Is like, yeah, I'm going to talk about my ship because I love talking about my ship, even though you probably maybe spy or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. It's my ship. I'm going to talk to you about it anyways. But well, like this one here, I had to replace because Cyrus decided to well, there was a race and we won, but that gap between those earth shards was not as big as he thought. And, did pretty well actually. We came out of that pretty with flush. And then well, that's from and she kind of gestures to another, it's like that's because we got hit by a sky squid. I freely acknowledge that was slightly my fault because I may have dived just a little fast, but the Imperial behind us definitely got more of the squid and less of us. So that was a good thing.
I thought those were myths. Are
No,
those
squid?
real?
Yeah, they're not happy. We'd avoid them. They're fine. We're not going that deep.
Deep. Okay.
Yeah, they're all in the depths. They're fine. We don't go there.
Okay. So I'm not going to say anything, but she's definitely of the like waiting for you to ask about her scars kind of thing.
Oh
So we're
yeah,
super cool.
it's like Kale is.
You want to know
kind
how
of-
I got these scars?
Kale's kind of in the going on and on and on.
Sure, I get it.
And it's not that she doesn't want to reciprocate, it's that she just doesn't get it, right? It's like she's now telling all of you the stories of all of the things about the ship and she's focused on that. And then she'll like turn and be like, oh wait, sorry, I've been going on for a while. Oh cool, thanks. Wait. And then she like kind of glance and say like, but what? No, that's rude. I shouldn't ask that. That's rude. Unless you want to tell me about it. But that's rude.
Could you be more specific?
Like the very obvious, and like she kind of half points at the very obvious scars like around
Oh,
your
okay.
arms and stuff. And
Right.
like, it's like that. I have enough socialization to know that I shouldn't ask these things, but I'm still curious and I want to ask about them.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
sure. Well, have you been to a pit fight before? Not in it, I assume, but have you been to one?
Possibly.
Okay. Did you
There's
see
money there.
there's a lot of money there. Have you seen any where there were weapons?
Weapons on occasion, but usually not really. Yeah, kind of.
So there's this weapon called the cestus, and it can be quite brutal. And if you get really close to the person with it, then, well, you get things like this. If you're the one that wins, they do not get things like this. But that is what they had us do. They would make money no matter who lived or died. And some of us got the scars to tell the tale, much like your owl here.
Yeah.
Does anyone
That's-
care if you live or die?
Me? And she kind of like pauses at that. Is like, wait, what? It was like, yes, people definitely would be concerned if I suddenly went missing. Like, the people on this ship, because I am vitally important to the running and maintenance of this ship.
Yeah, it must be nice to have some family to.
Oh, you weren't threatening to kill me. Oh, okay.
Why would I kill you? You're absolutely necessary to get us where we're going, and you've done nothing to me.
Cool. I mean, that's a lot of people threaten to kill me. It's not usually mostly because I piss them off. Occasionally because they lose money to me. Frequently because Cyrus pisses them off.
Okay. Well,
You know, I just like to double check these things. So,
I
but
can't.
yes, you're.
I can't imagine anyone getting pissed off at you. I mean, everything you do is cute.
That's and you just see this look go across Kale's face of like, oh, that's gonna not last very long. But I like it, but it's not gonna last very long. Cause you'll see. But yeah. Thanks.
Okay. What's next?
I think from there, we zoom out on the Kale probably taking the reins to take advantage of Naomi's strength and showing her, other things that need to be fixed on the ship. And you can take back any tokens you spent from your pool for your refreshment scenes. And we zoom in on, as the door closes behind Kale and Naomi, we see Cyrus and Lady Blackbird left alone, heading down toward the galley.
So, the projectiles that hit us,
I mean, the very much not friendly knock.
yeah, those weren't from the Hand of Sorrow. Those were from a different ship. And is it okay if I call you Natasha?
I guess you are gonna give me treats, so I guess I'll
Okay,
let it.
so Natasha, I know we've kind of got this deal going on, this non-disclosure agreement or whatever, but the captain seemed to know who you were, or at least that you were on this ship, and I wanted to talk about that with you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, this wasn't going to be the treat candy looking trip that you were expecting, but
This whole adventure has not been exactly what I expected. So
yeah, that's what you get on the owl.
so I'm realizing, who was this captain?
I can't remember her name.
Fiona Quinn.
Fiona Quinn.
Yeah, I do have all that Imperial Noble skill that specifically would connect to history and being educated and connected. So maybe that would be a good idea. Yes. Obviously, I mean, like, this hits so many different traits of the Imperial Noble. Like, this is definitely a history thing. Probably at least a connections. Arguably, I do have a sense of being cunning and kind of knowing things about other people, which would have probably helped me get to this point. But I think that's all I can really argue for.
I would love to help. I'll give her 2 for my pool.
Okay. So I'm at 7. Okay, and you said it's a Yeah. I have to turn the chat back on so I can actually see my rules. Okay. Oh. So Fiona Quinn,
Mm-hmm.
well, when I knew her, she was a first mate for Uriah. So something has had to have happened.
I have an out of character question. Did we know that we're taking her to Uriah? Because I don't think we
Oh.
established that. So you can take that back if you want to.
Oh no, I think she's just gonna say it. I think she's kind of at a point where she's like,
And I love that you're just on first name
It's-
basis. You're like, Uriah, of course.
yeah, it's like it's entirely possible that we weren't completely upfront about where we're going.
Yeah. Uriah Flint,
Yeah, Uriah Flint.
the Pirate King.
Yes.
King.
There might be like a few big pieces that it's entirely possible that
Yeah, I'm kind of getting a sense of that.
I wouldn't call it a lie so much as an omission for safety's sake.
Yeah, it's fine.
But if Fiona, you said she's a captain, then
Yeah, she identified herself as a captain.
I don't think this is necessarily a friendly thing, and I would rather not go with her.
She just wanted to meet at Haven. She didn't even specify talking to you. It was more of a conversation with me. That's what I got from it.
I'm going to take a guess, and I understand if you don't trust us because Naomi and I were not the most forthcoming, and also just kind of gestures vaguely at your general business.
Oh, I would say that as far as, forthcomingness on passengers, you're certainly not the people who've lied the most.
Oh, well, that's bully for us, but I would not take this meeting, or if you do take this meeting, I would be prepared to shoot, and I would.
I'm prepared to shoot at most meetings. It comes with the business.
Captain, if I can be so bold as to call you Cyrus, I would not. Fiona is very dangerous. She's smart. I'm honestly a little. Some part of me wonders if maybe she's taken Uriah out. She's a captain, because that does not sound like something she wouldn't do. Boy, that's a strange turn of events.
If you don't mind me asking, what is your relationship to Uriah Flint?
She's gonna have like that vague, foggy, like looking off into the distance. Well, once upon a time, there was a young and very dumb royal noble who sort of maybe spent a summer running around with Uriah Flint. It was passionate and fun, and well, it was a lot of fun, but it was not smart and dangerous, and I guess you could. At what point do you say lovers and it doesn't sound weird?
I don't know if I'm the person you want to ask that question to.
Old flame, if you'd like, if that's easier.
Okay. I'm not much of a storyteller, but I can tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was an imperial captain, and his admiral did something that he didn't agree with, and so he disagreed, and then, lost his commission, lost his job, lost everything, and, he wasn't some fancy royal noble kid. He was, worked his way up from the ranks of private, kind of, made his own way, was paying for all of his family, and suddenly, that money dried up. And so, even though in the beginning it was his choice and his morals, that made him lose everything in order to keep afloat, so to speak. He had to abandon those morals.
Well,
what I'm trying to say is, this is really roundabout way of
she's just
saying
gonna
it.
put her hand on his shoulder and say, Captain, whatever it is, it's okay, and thank you for being on our side.
Well, what I was going to say is, if you're so afraid of Captain Quinn and you think hanging around with Uriah Flint is dangerous, and I agree, that's pretty dangerous. You don't want to throw your life away like that. You don't want to take a risk that you don't know the consequences to.
See, it was either take the risk for lack of a better word, the devil you know, or fall into a trap that would have absolutely been worse. So we're not the only running from your past, Cyrus. It's just,
I mean, we're all running from something, but what are we running towards?
well, hopefully Uriah Flint will have something that I can at least.
Do you want something more concrete?
I just want to be able to make my own choices.
Okay. Well, if you want a choice, I can offer you one. This is embarrassing to admit, but you did do a good job back on the Hand of Sorrow. You're a good improviser. And Naomi is incredibly fucking strong.
She is.
Yeah.
I one time saw her pick up a man twice her size and throw him 30 feet across a room into a pile of barrels. It was awesome.
Sounds like a sight to behold. The choice. It's a small ship, but if you wanted to sign on, you can always use someone who's quick on their feet, someone who can handle themselves in a fight. You don't have to go off to a pirate king who you, I'm assuming, haven't spoken to in years.
It's been a while.
So we could just forget that, and you could join our crew. There, I said it. That only took me half an hour to get to?
I think Lady Blackbird is pretty speechless. Obviously, there's a good deal to consider, and Naomi is her own person, and she would have to.
Of course.
To just, I'll have to talk it over with her if that's okay.
You're not stuck between two options. There's always, another way.
Okay.
All right, let's find you some snacks.
Yes. If you would be so kind.
Yeah.
I realize she's probably like left her hand on his shoulder like this whole time, is just like pulling it off now, like going, oh.
What happens when I hit my key? I forgot.
Are you wanting to buy it off?
No, I'm just saying I hit my key because I'm making a decision based off of the secret affection, or would I somehow show it directly?
You get a point of XP.
Okay, sweet.
And 5 XP is an advancement. And that will be a refreshment scene for both of you, so you can take any of your tokens back that you've spent.
That'll bring us back up to 7, right?
Yes. Yeah, Kai. Why even go to Haven? Let's just spend all the time in the owl. A couple of hours pass. You get your snacks, and you know that it's going to take roughly 2.5-3 days to get to Haven. Kale can get you through. Kale and Cyrus, you know how to get through the world shards. It's no problem to get to Haven at all. But later that evening, Lady Blackbird, you can return to your quarters, which is just basically a little bit of the sort of general meeting area, just with a sheet sort of put up. So that's your privacy, basically. There's a sheet strung up so no one can, see as you're sleeping on the couch.
I would say as far as sheets go, it's not the worst you've seen, but it is not the best either.
It's definitely patchwork.
But it is still close quarters, and the couch is a rather comfortable couch. It's probably been salvaged from somewhere, but it's like that kind of couch you sink into. It hugs you in all the right ways. And Naomi, there's a recliner. Couple of springs will stick into your back, but there is a place for you to sleep as well. This probably strikes both of you as probably where Cyrus and Kale sleep. But no one is putting up a fight as the two of you bed down for the evening.
I'm pretty sure this would have been about like as soon as Cyrus and Kale are out of earshot. I think I'm just gonna like turn to Naomi and be like, so interesting thing. Cyrus Vance thinks we should join the crew.
Join which crew?
This crew.
This crew.
Yeah.
Why?
If I had to guess, they're a mess and they need somebody with actual skills. And then Lady Blackbird's gonna pause and she goes, well, I don't know. What's your impression of everything, Naomi? I tend to trust your judgment on things. You know what we're doing, and you know why we're doing it. What do you think of this whole ship?
Well, I think for the last 2 years, you've been talking about wanting to see Flint again. And we've been working on these plans for months now. Is there a reason why you don't want to see him all of a sudden? Or do you want to join the crew and then like urge the captain to continue?
I mean, it is kind of nice to get to do our own thing. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, Uriah was always the end goal. He always made it sound like if I wasn't bound by these noble ties, I would be his queen kind of thing, which, I don't know, maybe it's a child's fantasy. I don't know. Are we making a mistake? I mean, we're not going home. Like, that's... There's just no way. I'm not marrying Count Carlo. That's not happening. It's just, I don't know.
I've always seen you as someone who would be queen, and I can't imagine you giving up on that, even if it was a child's fantasy.
Make a good point.
When does he want us to join the crew? Now?
I don't get the impression that it's time sensitive. I get more the impression that it was just an offer to be made.
Was the offer to you or to both of us?
Well, I think you were the afterthought, if I'm honest, Naomi. But you are incredibly useful and strong, and anyone would be a fool to deny that. I know you're an independent person with your freedom, but I value your opinion more than anyone else's, and I would be hard pressed to imagine any future that didn't have you in it in some way.
Well, I'm not going to leave you no matter what your decision is unless you tell me to leave.
No.
But if the captain wants you to join the crew and then, oh yeah, let's make sure Naomi comes too, it just makes me wonder why he offered that.
Yeah. You know what? We'll forget it for now. We can reassess Sunhaven. I mean, we still have no idea if Uriah is even going to be there. He could be. I don't know. Naomi. I had that strange feeling again. Like there's something more. Which is what got us here in the first place, I suppose. But I don't know. It's just a thought.
You know, when we needed to get in contact with the captain, we had to send out a, secret message. Do you want to maybe go up to the bridge and see if we can contact Flint the same way?
Yeah, but we got to make sure that the rest of them don't find out.
Okay, let's do it.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be sneaky.
Okay, what is your sneaky plan?
Be sneaky.
Basically, so we have to sneak to a communicator and probably whatever means that we use to contact the owl the first time, we're probably gonna have to use something similar. It's probably just like a very. I would at least know of Uriah Flint's ship and how to which one it is, but like I don't know if I would necessarily know the channel on which to reach it.
I think you would.
We should broadcast on all channels then.
Yeah.
I think you would know that there is a communicator in the main deck where you find Cyrus, and then you would know that there is a communicator down in Kale's quarters. Which one do you want to try to get to?
Naomi, you seem like you're getting along with Kale. You think you can keep her distracted for a minute so I can send this message?
Oh, the irony.
Two pawns alike in dignity.
I'm not ending like Mercutio. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, you're the Romeo and Juliet in this story.
Not if we're the pawns alike in dignity. I'm not ending like Mercutio.
That's true.
I I don't think so. I think she's just so smart. I can't imagine her believing me. So, is
Naomi, are you charmed by Kale?
Natasha, are you charmed by Vance?
Well, I mean, for a scruffy scoundrel flying a very odd ship in the middle of nowhere, he is pretty cute, but no, I would not call that charm.
Well, as you said, I am a free person, so I choose not to answer you. So,
Ugh, what's the point of having a best friend if she doesn't tell you everything?
I'll let you know when I've figured it out. So,
And she's Lady Blackbird's just gonna nod. Well, I feel like it'll be easier to. I don't know. We need to get to one of these communicators. And if you think Kale can figure it out, do you think Cyrus is not smart enough to figure out what we're doing with a communicator? Is that what you're implying?
yeah.
Well, perhaps you're correct.
Yeah.
I suppose we could also see if he's asleep and then try.
How about this? If we ever find them already distracted, then we'll sneak about and do the thing. But until then, I think that this blue madness will keep them staring at us with a paranoid glare. So,
Yes. Well, you know what they say about the blue madness.
I do not. I really don't.
I really don't either. In fact, I'm a little afraid of it. I was hoping you knew.
I will ask, Cyrus, would you consider yourself asleep?
I think he's a very light sleeper. But he is dozing. I think he fell asleep in the command chair.
Okay.
It wasn't intentional.
So that will give the opportunity one of you the chance to sneak to try to get a message.
He's resting his eyes. He is not sleeping. He is resting his eyes.
It would be a 4. An ob 4.
Wow.
So it's going to be pretty difficult, but it does give you the chance to do it.
Hold on for just a
Are you going to make the sneak or am I? Because either I can give you help with a few things on my end, but I'm not sure I have total sneakiness.
I think I could scrounge together some dice.
Okay.
So we go skulking about and we find the captain resting his eyes, and we decide that this is a good opportunity to definitely not get into trouble. So I get a die because I'm awesome.
One just cause, yep.
One for ex-slave.
Slave.
One sneaking, hiding, and this is for the point of contacting nobles. So nobles.
Okay, yeah.
So
I can also give you at least one for codes, and probably.
Well, you can just say how many dice you want to give Naomi. You don't have to have a reason for them.
I can probably I'm going to at least give you 2.
Yeah, you're just narratively you're helping. You're there, probably trying to keep an eye on Cyrus or some. If you narratively how you're doing, you don't have to have a tag for helping. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at least keeping watch, and then like if the captain wakes up, I'm just going to improvise some reason that we're hanging out there.
Yeah. That's 7.
Okay. So I'll spend 3 dice.
So you're rolling 10.
10 dice. I rolled 10 dice. I hit the button.
5 successes. Okay. You see Cyrus resting his eyes, and like for a moment he sort of moves like he's going to wake up, and you pause, Naomi. But you are able to get this message sent in the communicator. What message are you sending, Lady Blackbird? What message is Naomi sending for you?
Help, we've been kidnapped.
It would have definitely been in some kind of code that I would have recognized from being with Uriah, but it would have just been basically like, look, I know it's been a long time, but we need to meet up. I need to talk to you. This is important. You know, can you meet us on Haven? Or if not, give us another location. Like, it's sort of referencing back to the last letter he had written, where it's like, and she knows that, like, even knowing Naomi, this sounds ridiculous. She goes, I'm sorry I have to say it this way, but can you put in the message, the bonds have been broken, the curse has been lifted.
So it's a coded message that only Uriah would understand.
Right.
Okay.
But she hates that she has to say it in that way, because she knows Naomi's history and she does not want to, like, she's trying to be aware of the fact that, like, she's never actually been a slave, and, like, Naomi has, but that's just, like, the kind of overly wrought bullshit poetic things that, like, young lovers had once said to each other.
Of course. Yeah, you're both able to get that message out on all channels. Kale, you see it come across, but you're not, and you see it coming from the owl, but you are not sure what it means. You're not sure if it's some late night booty call from Cyrus or something. You don't know what it is.
Here's the thing. She's pretty sure it's not a late night booty call from Cyrus, because she knows all of the channels that those go to.
Yeah, of course.
Cyrus got some booty call lines we need to know about?
Just one or two.
Just one or two.
They're very personable individuals, and Kale likes most of them. There's just that one on that one planet that she's purposely made sure doesn't ever go through. Because she hates that person. But she's kind of concerned that this is going out broad stream and not targeted anywhere.
Yeah.
And is there anything I can do to scramble the hell out of this so we don't get targeted by the Imperials?
Please save us, Kale. Please save us.
Yeah, I mean, if you would like to roll to make sure that it doesn't go to, like, Imperial networks, because I don't think that Naomi and Lady Blackbird would know not to send it to Imperial things.
Oh no.
So yeah, I think it. Oh yeah, for sure. You're sending it everywhere, and I don't think it would be a hard. It would only be a basic, just a 2 because this is what you do, Kale.
I think I'm gonna go with
so you just cause
burglar. Quiet.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Hiding, because I want to hide this message.
For sure.
Perceptive, to make sure I don't go the wrong place.
Yeah.
It doesn't end up in a trap, and I want it to end up in the darkness, and I don't want it to end up in light.
Yeah, for sure.
I think those are spells, but right?
No, those are attacks.
Oh, right.
If you want her to do magic, that's a more complicated thing. So that's 8.
Yeah, and it's only a 2.
Oh yeah. Hopefully I don't screw this up, but we'll see. Yeah.
You needed all of those.
Apparently I did.
You type something into your to your communicator, and you watch as it you catch it right in the nick of time, Kale. But you are able to make sure that it doesn't get into any Imperial channels, and you're able to make sure that the message goes off to the more darker channels of the communications out in the remnants. And Naomi and Lady Blackbird, you return back to the common room, to your places of sleep, knowing knowing that you got a message off, not knowing that Kayla's just saved your asses,
Right.
but you do have the feeling of success that you got a message off. No answer yet. You're not sure if you'll even receive an answer. And you continue to head toward Haven, and with that, we will go to our break.
Woohoo.
Everyone will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and we will see what happens when we get to Haven. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I hope everyone sticks around. We'll be right back, everybody.
like,
Sorry.
turn and look at you.
Sorry. I pushed the button too soon. We're back. We're back, everyone. I went back in the middle of talking. Sorry.
It's okay.
Everyone knows that we have cats because they show up on the screens. It's fine.
You can see her. She's gone now.
I love
She's
stream
cryptid.
kitties. Stream cryptid. Hi everyone. We are back from our break. The owl travels for about 2.5, 3 days, and you come to land in Haven. Haven is a place that it's one of the most prominent of the free worlds. It is a sprawling trade union. It is full of factions and bickering clans, but one of the good things, and Naomi, you know this is probably a reason that you might have been excited to come to Haven, is that slavery is outlawed here. A lot of ex-slaves make their homes here because this is a place where they know they will be safe. You land in the port, and as you are, getting everything settled for the owl, you can look out amongst the port and see this beautiful, bustling city. People are going to from in various trading places, and Kale, you would know, and Cyrus, even you to some extent, that Haven is a place you go where if you want to get things. Like, this is where you come to sell various things, to trade, to get everything that you might need when you are low on supplies, or when you've had a specific especially good Kale, for you, if you've had an especially good day out, with sticky fingers, you might come here to offload some things. You are now at Haven. You step off the owl into a bustling cityscape. What are your plans?
We didn't get anything back from our call, right?
No, you haven't received anything back.
That's fine. We probably would have given I'm assuming, I probably would have fed Naomi, pick a place that we could ostensibly tell Kale and Cyrus that it's just someplace we want to hang out, and make that a good meeting point kind of thing.
For sure.
Okay.
Did Fiona give us a meeting place?
She did not. She just said to meet her at Haven. You are under the impression, Cyrus, that means that she will be finding you.
Love that. Before he gets off the ship, he's going to do that thing they do in movies. You know how in movies when they walk into a place and they're abandon all your weapons and they've got them tucked everywhere?
Yeah.
This is the pre-version of that, where he's just got a table of weapons and he's just hiding them all over his body.
You know of a couple of taverns around here where your ilk sort of hang out. There's the Gray Apple. There's the Jealous Chain. Places like that. The Gray Apple is a walk-up tavern. Use that word loosely. It's a place nestled between two trading posts. Two trading posts where the owners hate each other. It's in the middle. There are tarps over it, and it doesn't have tables or a back room or anything. It is all outdoors. People just walk up, get a drink. There's a couple of bar stools there. It specializes in a very, very strong apple liquor. And then the Jealous Chain, it's more of a traditional tavern and inn. It has meeting rooms, it has back rooms, that sort of thing. That's where you would want to go if you wanted it to be more indoors and closed.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that we didn't. I probably would have asked Naomi. It's where do we tell him to meet us? I would have just banked on her picking a place.
Okay. So have I been here before?
You've probably been to Haven once or twice in your time, Naomi.
Okay.
And you'd probably know the difference between the gray apple and the jealous chain.
Okay. Well, I definitely recommend the chain because you can be private there. So.
I was going to say that's also where I would be going.
Cyrus, I've heard some good things about this jealous chain, although, good things is
relative.
Yes. Can we go there?
Cyrus, you especially know the jealous chain because someone very important to you in your past owns the jealous chain.
Yeah. I'm hoping they won't show up.
Well, they're the bartender, so
I
they're
will
the
just
owner.
sit in the corner because I need to conduct private business. And it's better that way. But I'm going to be embarrassed about it. I forgot what we were talking about.
We were discussing going to the jealous chain, and then you got all flustered and started fiddling with your many weapons on this table for the third time. Are you sure you can hide all of these in your clothing?
Oh, easily.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
The jealous
it's
chain,
an art.
you can.
I can vouch for it. Yeah.
Okay, then, Naomi, I think we need to.
Well, I'd be heading that way anyways, so we can all go together.
Great. Awesome.
Perfect.
While we're there,
insight check.
while we're there, methinks, don't call me Lady Blackbird, Lady, my lady, Natasha, or any of those variations.
So, what can I call you?
Siri.
Okay.
She just kind of smiles. It's basically her last name. The part of the Blackbird, the long title, Natasha Siri Leone Blackbird, blah 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 blah. There's a whole thing. Siri's essentially just a middle name, a throwaway middle name.
All right. Well, you can call me Cyrus Vance because that's my actual real name.
I'm sorry. I should have kept that joke. Remember when I said I was Cyrus Vance?
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah,
Yes.
Good times. I really enjoyed that. Love having my identity stolen right in front of me.
So we're just going to leave Kale here on the ship? Or...
Oh, Kale does what Kale does on her own free time. And whatever that is, that's up to her.
Kale is probably kind of glanced at you. Would you have told me who's the bartender at the...
You would know who runs the bar, Isabel Soto, if you know who that is in regards to Cyrus.
Cyrus, yeah.
That's up to Cyrus.
Exactly.
I think that's the one or one of the few things that I have kept from her.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think by this point, Kale has been watching all of you very focused, watching Cyrus as he goes through his ritual of putting all of the weapons in all of the places, and taking the opportunity to kind of slip out the side door, because she has business here and she doesn't need the very obvious not locals to distract her as she might be working, because this ship does not fly itself and it needs money.
I'm I've got a cheap cracked mirror and you just see me just fixing my hair a little bit and just being all right.
I definitely have clocked Cyrus Vance being a little vain and just I get it, but also vain.
Yeah, and Kale is nowhere in sight when you mention her name, Naomi. But you're all free to leave the ship, and you step out into what looks like basically a tent city. Some of the booths are nicer than others. The majority of them are just tarps strung up. They look as if they are taken down in the evening. New ones might come in, fluctuate through the days here and there. But Cyrus, you know the way to the Jealous Chain. And it is a wooden building that looks like it's probably on its last legs. It's leaning a little bit. It doesn't look it's meant to be a lean-to, but it definitely is. Above the door is actual chains that are hanging as people come in and out. It's you're here at Haven, and it is relatively early in the morning. It's probably around noonish, and as people are already coming in and out at a relatively fast pace, chains are jingling as they come in and out, and there are chains that hang over the windows. It's going very hard to make up the theme of its name. It's very well decorated with chains.
All right, are we sitting together? I'm here to meet with Fiona.
Oh.
So if you want to not be present, then
I'm disguised.
Are you? Sorry. Are you?
Oh yeah, no, she's 100% like dressed herself in a way that's sort of like, the very typical like traveler that's in disguise, and it's like a little on the nose.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He's like, yeah, you don't look like yourself, but you also look like someone who's wearing a disguise.
But I mean, to be fair, and she's just kind of gonna gesture that's like, that one's in a disguise, that one's in a disguise. I don't know who they think they're fooling, but like, that is the worst mustache I've ever seen on a person.
Please don't point.
Oh no, I think that's a real mustache. I think that's just I think I've just insulted a person's mustache. Should I have? No, that's ridiculous. As fun as it might be to observe you in an environment other than a jail cell and your ship, Captain, I think it might be in our best interest to be separated for this.
Very well.
Don't look so sad, Captain. Well, you're meeting with somebody that she's just please be careful. It would be very unfortunate if something happened to you, and then
Oh wait, are you saying? Sorry, are you saying that you wouldn't? Are you saying you like me as like a person?
I'm saying that Fiona Quinn is extremely dangerous, and while
are you saying that you would be upset if I was dead? Therefore, you like me as a person. I don't know how to
fly your ship. I think you're tolerable.
No, I think you like me. I think you're just a little bit.
Naomi, if you punch the captain, does that defeat our purpose?
Yeah. Well, being unconscious for a couple of days will do that to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just gonna walk away.
All right. Have fun with your secret meeting. I'll have fun with mine. It's gonna be great. I totally trust you.
I turn around. I totally trust you.
As you say that, you have you entered the bar at this point?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You see a woman behind the bar, an Asian woman with long black hair. It's pulled back into a braid, just so she's clearly working hard, so it's out of her face. She's wearing a white blouse with the sleeves rolled up, and she looks at all three of you as you walk in, and her eyes linger for a long moment on Cyrus. And you I think all three of you see her sort of purse her lips and get like very narrowed eyes, but she doesn't say anything. As you split ways, where are you going to in the bar?
I'm gonna. Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna go to a corner where I have view of the exit.
Okay. What about you, Naomi and Lady Blackbird?
I was just imagining us going upstairs to some sort of little secret alcove kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not secret, but like, out of the way kind of.
Yeah, and the way this is there are like rooms upstairs and downstairs, and then there is sort of a loft area that you can go. There are little I wouldn't call them rooms. They don't have doors, but they are off in their own little area where you can still look down over the front first floor if you wanted to get one of those.
Yeah, I would imagine, especially if it's something that like we can see well, but people can't, like they can tell there's people there, but not that they can
Yes,
necessarily.
exactly. Yeah.
Because even though I'm in a disguise of some sort of, it's still like I don't want to necessarily draw attention.
Of course. Kale, you went off on your own before everyone else did. What are you doing in Haven?
Well, she's gonna work her way through this crowd, and she's gonna do two things. One, she's just gonna liberate some things that may be weighing some people down in a financial matter.
Sure.
Just because, wouldn't want them to be burdened with extra cash.
Never.
Never. But she also knows that Lady Blackbird and Naomi sent this message off to meet somebody in Haven.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows that Fiona is trying to meet the captain in Haven, looking for someone who, is of high rank. So she's just kind of going to walk the crowd and see who's here, who isn't usually here.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
Through your pickpocketing, I would want you to make a roll to see some sort of roll to see if you notice anyone that seems a little out of place in this usual crowd. It's gonna be a 3.
Okay.
3. So one just cuz.
Let's go with burglar, quiet, sneaking around. I'm hiding in plain sight because I'm not trying and doing all those things. I'm very dexterous, weeding my way through the crowd and, making sure that I can not get stopped by traffic and onlookers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be perceptive of everything that goes on around me,
Mm-hmm.
and avoiding all of the traps.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's
For sure.
8.
Yeah.
So that's 3 successes.
Yeah. You're, as you're sort of pickpocketing, you're putting your hands in pockets, finding a little bit of coin here and there. It's not much. People on Haven don't really have much in the way of coin. You're finding a couple of pocket watches, gears here and there. Not really anything that interests you, Kale. It's stuff you've seen before. Off in the distance, you see a woman walking, wearing a grand purple coat with a feather behind her ear. She has fiery red hair. It's pulled back into what looks like a chignon, but it's way too much to contain the hair that she has. She is wearing a vest, a purple vest underneath her coat that matches, and what looks like leather pants and boots. And she is very, very, very petite, probably maybe breaking 5 feet even, and a gun at her side in a holster, beautiful ornate white gun, and 2 large burly men on either side of her. And she is just lazily looking at her manicure as she's heading toward the jealous chain. She's in the opposite side of you. You're looking straight at her. She doesn't seem to care about anyone. The sea of people, the crowd is parting for her. These two men, they're completely intimidating. And she's heading right toward the jealous chain. She's probably about 40 feet away from you as she's walking, not even caring about anyone in front of her.
So she hasn't clocked me.
She hasn't clocked you at all, no.
Cool. Can I do a thing?
What do you want to do? What thing would you like to do?
Can I possibly liberate one of the guns off the two guys who are following her? I don't think I can get to hers, but I figure if I can even the odds just a little bit.
Yeah, you can definitely try. One of them's holding one in his arms, but the other one has his hand behind her back, sort of leading her. So yeah, you can try to take the gun off of his hip.
Yep. She's just gonna try and like sneak, just kind of walk by and just.
This is
pick
going to
that
be very hard. This is going to be a 5.
Okay.
So this is one just cuz.
One just cuz. This is definitely burglar.
Burglar. Mm-hmm.
Quiet, sneaky, hiding, dexterous. I'm gonna say locks if I have to unhook the hinge on the
Okay. Yeah, on the holster. Yeah.
Perceptive to make sure I don't get noticed, and then I'm following everything else.
Okay.
Traps in case this is a trap and she is actually aware enough of what's going on.
Okay. It's 9.
So that's 9. I'll use 2 from my pool.
Okay, that's 11, and it is going to be a 5. Remember, everyone except Robin does have a reroll still.
Yep. So that's a 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what does this look like? What does this look like, Prax?
It looks like, because she knows that she can't take she's assuming this is Fiona, and she knows that she can't take Fiona's gun because that's be too obvious. And the guy holding the rifle, he would notice that. But she wants to kind of even the odds. Not that she doesn't trust Cyrus to do well, but 3-on-1 is still 3. If she can get the extra gun, then it's 2-on-2 and it's easier. And so she's just going to kind of like, as they go past her, she's going to walk like perpendicular to him and just like underneath the side of his coat take the gun or take the holster, even if she can, and then just kind of put that on and just go around and through the back door and go through the back door of the bar.
You sure can. Are you going to make your way to go sit beside Cyrus? Or are you going to sit elsewhere in the bar?
She will walk in the bar and like kind of make eye contact with Cyrus of like, do you want me over there or somewhere else? Then she would like hold up, like sit herself at the bar.
Okay. You sit down and Isabel, who you know, gives you a sort of nod and says, "Can I get you anything to drink?"
Whiskey straight.
Yeah, she pours you a drink, and as she does, the door opens up, and you see this woman from before walk in, and her head, she stops in the entrance and turns and looks, and her eyes land on Cyrus, and she goes just sort of sauntering over to you, and she takes a chair and sits down, crosses her legs, and she says, "Well, if it isn't Cyrus Vance."
I'm assuming Fiona.
Captain Fiona Quinn.
Captain Fiona Quinn.
It's nice to meet another captain. The Owl, correct?
Yes.
I don't see your passenger anywhere near. I assume she is near, though.
I wouldn't know. She had some business to attend to.
You'd be absolutely insane to let something that high priced get out of your reach.
Well, she's not a something. She's a someone. And, she can do what she wants. You can't put a price on a person.
Oh, no, you absolutely can. In fact, there's a rather high price on her. Except it's not from the Imperials, and there's an even higher price on her from my former captain, Uriah Flint.
What kind of price?
It's almost triple what the Imperials want.
But what for?
I'm not entirely sure. It's just return to Uriah Flint.
Return?
Apparently he wants her.
Apparently.
That is where you're planning on taking her, right? That's the rumor around the remnants.
I mean, if my passenger is who you say she is, I may or may not be.
I've just come to give you a friendly warning. I mean, look at your owl after what our friendly knock did to it. Do you think it can take anything more than that? And I'm not the only one who knows that you've got Lady Blackbird.
I don't know. I think the owl's a little tougher than she looks.
Here's the thing. Let me escort Lady Blackbird to where my former captain is hiding. I know where he is better than most, and I'll throw a little bit of the reward your way, you know?
I'm not really interested in rewards is the thing. So you can keep your knowledge and your ship to yourself.
She leans forward and steeples her hands. And then what is it you're interested in if you're continuing this journey?
That's not for you to know.
I'm trying to make this easy on you. I'd hate to have to take her from you, but I will if I have to.
Okay, so I can talk to her and ask if she wants to switch ships. She wants to book passage on your ship or whatever.
Book passage. She's booked passage on your ship. Oh, no, there will be no booking back passage. I'll take her by force if necessary.
That's a good joke, because that's not going to happen. But I'll talk to her because she's a person who can make her own choices. And if you're the choice she makes, then sure, you can take her to Araya. But otherwise, let's leave this alone.
You think I would come all the way out to Haven to leave something alone?
I don't know, maybe you enjoy the journey. The the enjoyment is in the travel, not the destination, So I'm not one to judge.
You see her reach down to her waist, and you see in a moment the gun come out in her hand on the table. She's holding it very lazily. She hasn't cocked it or anything, but she is holding it towards you. I really do need you to tell me where Lady Blackbird is.
Well, that's going to be difficult because I don't know.
She stands up, and you hear her yell out, "Brutus!" And one of the men from outside Kill that you had seen comes in. The gruff man, probably 6'2", steps inside.
Isn't Brutus a little on the nose? Don't you think?
I didn't name him. I'm not his mother.
It's kind of tacky. That's all I'm saying.
She looks toward Isabel. Thank you for telling me this is where Cyrus usually stays.
This was you?
Isabel looks toward you and says, "What else was I supposed to tell him?"
Nothing, I suppose.
Well, there's no love lost between either one of us, right?
If there was any to begin with.
Fiona looks toward the man and says, "Shake this place down." And you watch as Brutus begins looking toward each of the patrons. he had going up to each of the tables, pulling heads back from the hair, trying to get a good sense of who Lady Blackbird might be by holding up a black and white photo.
I'm gonna start a mess.
Can I help with this mess?
How much of Naomi and I've been able to like hear?
You've heard. I mean, you haven't heard what Fiona has said because they've been below, but you definitely heard. When she stood up and she made her big grand thing, shake this place up. You heard that. I mean, that's happened.
I'm immediately gonna look to Naomi and be like, "You wanna and I hate to be so crass, but you wanna fuck some shit up?"
No.
This is they're above you. This is happening.
Yeah, I know. Because Cyrus is like, I'm gonna create a commotion so that they can escape.
Okay. Go ahead.
He can't communicate that.
Yeah, you can't communicate that to me.
No.
And like my first instinct is like, I have my super powerful friend here that can super powerful people into the ground. So I'm gonna let her do her thing.
You know what? So you asked me if I want to fuck shit up, and I ask you a very pointed question. Do you care about him? Because we can just leave.
I'd feel bad if we just left Naomi. It's not care so much as guilt. Again, as I've said, he's very scruffy and a mess, and we don't have time to go over this. Can we just we gotta get out of here? But like, Fiona sucks anyway, and I wouldn't be sad if something terrible happened to her.
Okay. So I begin to slowly walk down the stairs, and Cyrus has time to do what he's going to do.
Okay. So, Kale, what did you want to do?
Kale's gonna wait because she's gonna wait to the last second to see what Cyrus does, and then she's gonna have one of two options, and both of those will cause a bigger mess.
Okay. Cyrus, what did you want to do?
I want to pull out 2 guns and shoot one at the roof.
Okay.
To show that I'm not fucking around.
You can do that without a roll for it to shoot at the roof.
I just want to like intimidate.
Yeah, well, you'll roll to intimidate.
Okay.
You got 1 just cuz.
Yeah, so I'm going to use Survivor, which is I'm going to use Tough.
Mhm.
This is like it's as close as it gets.
It's going to be a 3 ob.
Okay. Well, that's not great.
I mean, don't you have like one for actually fighting?
Well, it's not fighting because this one has Intimidate on it as well, which fits better. Can I do Creepy Stare?
Hell yeah.
As well? Okay. Creepy Stare. I'm not scrounging or enduring, so yeah. Survivor. So I did
5.
1, 2, Tough. Creepy Stare, Intimidate. Yeah, I'll roll 5 and I'll throw in 2.
Okay.
For my pool.
Okay.
So that's 7, right?
Yes, 7.
Nope.
As you fire off, the shot goes off and it does hit the roof, and Fiona looks at you and rolls her eyes, and she turns back to Brutus. Don't stop. And he hasn't even like looked up from what he's doing. Anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot Brutus.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that was a warning.
Go ahead and roll to shoot.
Okay, so I'm gonna use. Well, I got 1 just cause.
Just cause. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use Warrior.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Battle Hardened.
Okay.
Shooting, 2 gun style, and pistol.
Okay, this is gonna be a 4. Ob.
So that's 6.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add 3.
Well, I don't know if this is something that we forgot. When you roll and you fail, not only do you get your pull back, whatever you sacrifice back, you get 1 extra back. So if you had done like 3, you would get 4 back.
Okay, cool. Do I
Yes.
get an XP when I fail?
No, you don't get XP when you fail.
Okay, so I just spent 2, so now
You would get
up
3
to 8.
of that. Yes. Mhm.
Okay. I lost track of what we were at.
Yeah.
You had 6 traits and tags.
6. And then I was going to spend 3.
Okay.
So
So you are at 9.
Yeah.
And it is a 4.
that's fine.
You shoot him, but it goes into his shoulder. But this is a big buff guy. He grunts and just pulls back, and he is charging towards you. And Fiona steps aside as he does. Naomi, what did you want to do as you're calmly walking down the stairs?
Well, once the shot goes off, I grab one of the long chains, and I am going to snap it off the wall and catch Brutus by the foot and pull him up.
Yep, let's roll. This is going to be a 4 as well. So that's 1 just cuz.
1 because I'm awesome.
Because you're awesome. Hell yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see here. I'm a pit fighter who is also combat tested.
Combat tested.
I guess I'm going to bring in brutal, and I think this is not just to trip him up. I think this will be like affecting his leg. So pit fighter, combat tested, brutal, fast and hard.
Hard. Yeah, for sure. That's 6.
Okay. And you said it's a difficulty 4?
Mm-hmm. Robin, you only get back up to your pool limit, so you only have 7.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, your pool limit goes to 10.
I think it only goes to 7, doesn't it?
It starts at 7, but every time if you fail, it can go to
okay.
10.
Cool.
And so it can't go beyond 10.
Okay, cool.
Can I help out?
You can for sure help. He's coming toward you, so how do you want to help out? I mean, you don't, just narratively, how does it make sense that you would help out? So you can give some dice if you want to.
I mean, I did just shoot him.
Okay, then that's at least 1. Do you want to help out anymore?
I can't think of a way narratively where I'd be helping. I could pick up a glass and throw it at his head.
Okay, so that's 2 helping dice.
Yeah. Do I take that out of my pool?
Yeah, you take that out of your pool. If Kai fails, you get him back, but if Kai succeeds, then those will be gone from you.
Okay. That's fine. Go for it.
Okay.
So you're rolling 8?
8. Okay. So, Secret of the Bodyguard. Once per session, you can re-roll a failure when protecting someone.
You are protecting, so go ahead and roll. Roll 8.
There we go.
Hell yeah. What does this look like? Describe how this looks.
Yeah, so this place has all these like chains just all over the place, and so I've snapped off one of the chains that's like connected to a hook on the ceiling, and he gets as he gets shot, I jump down off of the stairs and I land behind him, and then I take it and I it's it wraps around I've wrapped it around my hand, and then it wraps around his ankle, and I pull, and he's gonna fall face first, but also like there might be something disconnecting, but I'm not going to describe anything else.
Yeah, he tumbles down and he rolls, and he takes Fiona down with him.
Okay.
So they both go down. Cyrus, you see this. So do you, Kale. And I mean, Lady Blackbird, if you're looking over the edge, you see them both go tumbling down and sort of slide toward both you, Naomi, and Cyrus. And Cyrus, you've seen Fiona trying to stumble to try to get to her gun.
I'm take the gun.
You sure can. She doesn't have a hold of it. You can rush over, and you want to push it away, or you want to grab it?
Oh no, I'm just gonna walk by, grab the gun because it was still on the table. And
oh no, she had her gun with her.
Oh,
but she's lost it. Yeah, she's lost it now.
Okay, then she's gonna grab the gun.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Shiny goes with her.
I actually think, as much as one can ready an action in a non-D&D setting, I think they seem to have a handle on things.
Yeah, Naomi and Cyrus seem to have this under control right now.
But it doesn't mean that, like, I'm really not fond of Fiona, and like it's pretty I don't know why she wants to find me, but it's clearly not for good reasons. At least as much as I know. So I think I'm going to use my magic, or at least I'm going to get it ready.
Okay.
That if things are looking like an opportunity, I have this magic lightning that can erupt from my fingers, and I am going to absolutely just like I'm not ready to use it yet, but like just kind of feeling that like annoyance. It's like the crackles in my fingers have started, and it's very Thor looking.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to like put bullets in both of the chambers of my guns. I'm going to put one on Fiona's head, and I'm going to put one on Brutus's head. Like trained on it, but not like literally on it. And without even looking at Kale, I'm going to be like, take Siri and Naomi and get back to the owl.
Yep. On it. Do I see number 3?
You don't see number 3. That was the one you took the gun from, but you don't see number 3. Fiona just sort of cackles out this laugh and goes, "Very funny sending that message out, Lady Blackbird. Everyone knows where you are. They'll be coming for you."
Yeah, fuck this bitch. I'm going for I'm just gonna full on blast of lightning at her.
I assume that everybody's like been running out of the tavern.
Yeah, people are running out.
Chaos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. You get one just cuz.
Yep, one just cuz. It's specifically the lightning.
Yeah, it's like sorcerer. And then, lightning.
Lightning. I was gonna say it's spellcaster.
It's only gonna be a 2. She's not moving,
That's fine. I'm also gonna take one for the just the presence that it takes to like decide to not only like reveal my true identity and like give up that key, but to like stand there and just fucking blast off with magic.
Okay. Anyone want to help?
I don't think narratively. I mean, I don't know if she has magic.
As much as I would love it, I don't think anyone.
Well, I was saying, I think you being in your position, having a gun to her head might help if you wanted to give one dice.
I suppose, yeah.
So you would be rolling 5, and it's just a 2.
Button.
Yeah. What is this? What does this look like, Alyssa? As you blast her?
This is like I hear Fiona, and it's just like. I don't like all of the sparkles and cackles are coming to forward, and it's just like I lean over the edge and like let my little face veil fall, and it's like, then let them come, and just hands down, full force bolts of lightning just straight at her head.
Yeah, it strikes her. She's complete. She's still alive, but she's definitely charred. Her hair goes aflame.
Oh no.
She's still alive, so is Brutus, but he gets a good bit of it too, as she is basically caught on fire a bit. She moves, she rides enough that she's able to get the flame out, but she is definitely concussed, definitely unconscious. Isabel, you hear her, she leans over the bar a little bit and looks at you, Cyrus. "This is why I don't like you coming to my bar."
It's not like there's any other place I can go in town.
You don't have to come to Haven.
Well, I did for this job.
You bring trouble with you, Cyrus.
It's not my fault. It just comes. It follows me, okay?
You're a harbinger of bad things.
Do you want my help moving these bodies out of here?
I can take care of it. I think you need to leave.
Well, I'm not going to ask twice.
Downstairs at this point. I'm just downstairs, like still like sparkles going like.
What the fuck was that?
And I think with that, that's where we'll end it this week. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, we're gonna go around and do outros and plugs. Starting with Robin.
Hi everyone, I'm Robin. I am at r_omulus on Twitter. I am going to be in I'm currently in a couple of masks campaigns. So one is not here on Wednesdays. It's on Wednesdays at a time at Playbooks and Pals here on Twitch. And that is our third season of Masks Planned Obsolescence. And then I'm in another Masks game that's going to be starting up in March on Anarisis's channel. That's going to be on Sunday afternoons. And I'm working on a couple of things behind the scenes. So keep an eye on my Twitter space and you'll hear about it.
You'll see. Don't worry about it. Alyssa, what about you?
I had to unmute myself. I am on Twitch and Twitter at Xander Slamilton. I am only on Saturday on the Wandering DM channel playing Vampire the Masquerade, run by our own lovely D over there for chaos, bloodshed, and consequences, which, what are those? Don't know what those are.
Great. I'm trying to remember what everyone's commands were because it's been a week since we've played, and that's just great because I can't remember anything. Nope, still not right. I'll get it right in a minute. There we go. Okay, what about you, Kai?
Hi, I'm Kai. I go by Kai the Gamer online. That's XAI the Gamer. You can find me on Saturdays on Kelsa Delphi's Twitch stream playing Republic City by Night, a Legend of Korra Blades in the Dark campaign. And I help organize an annual gaming gathering just south of DC called Camp Nerdly. And I'd love for any of you to join. This year, it is Memorial Day weekend, and you can find out more details at campnerdly.org.
And last but not least, Prax.
Oh, hey, all. You know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter or Praxgorth as as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. And yes, this is so much fun and I'm loving it. And I can't wait to see what happens in the end. But as for me, you can find me on Wednesday over on Tales from the Grim for some Witcher Family of Wraiths. And there's a lesson. There's a lesson. Then Friday, over on Wandering DM for some Cyberpunk Red fun, and that'll be very entertaining. Things are getting complicated there. But like Alyssa said, on Saturdays I run the show over on Wandering DM for some Vampire the Masquerade Nightfall, as New York City is getting darker. But check my Twitter. I always post where I'm going to be and all of the games that I publish. So check them out, see what you think, let me know. Back to you, Katie.
Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'm Katie. You can find me on Twitter at KatieFace. I post everything that I'm doing. Tomorrow you can find me on Off the Table playing Alas for the Awful Sea. We start a new game on Thursday, Liminal. I'm very excited for that. I can't wait. I am the only mortal in the bunch, so that's gonna be fun. Love when that happens. We also have nobody with any tough skill. That's gonna also be great. A lot of determined magicians. No one tough. You can also find me on Salty Sweet Games on Sundays playing Witcher. It's a very, very all-female, non-binary group. Very queer. And one token man, as we call Hans. And if you love Urban Shadows and will actual play our episode 8 of Cape Lorelei, our actual play Urban Shadows podcast on Off the Table Network just dropped today. We also have our sister podcast, East Beach, and there's a surprise. There's going to be a new podcast coming very soon. Robin might be in it. Might, as in she is. But I watched the intro promo video for it today, and it slaps, y'all. It's great. But it's gonna be really good, and it'll that's like officially a network, basically 3 podcasts on one thing. So it's gonna be really cool. So follow Off the Table if you want to see things going on there. But we have 1 session left of this, and it'll be our finale. So I can't wait for it. It's gonna be like, are we even gonna find Flint? Who knows? Are we just gonna spend 2 hours on the owl awkwardly flirting with each other? I'm cool with either, because it's really fun either way. You guys are great, and I love watching it. But thanks for hanging out tonight, everyone, and we will see you next week. Bye.